Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. I decided I was going to make a desk tour seeing as I own a lot of stationery and have kind of finally figured out how to store it all at my desk. In the description box I'll be linking all of the items which I can find online, and with that said, keep watching to see what I have at my desk. I'll be breaking down this video into two parts just for some coherency and clarity. The first section will be the why, and this will be an introduction into my thoughts on desk spaces in general, why I think they're important, and why I organize mine the way that I do. The next section will be the what. This will be a more specific and in-depth view of what I have, where I buy and where I've bought all of my items, and my recommendations for those looking to create a desk space on a budget. Other than being an avid stationery lover and needing a place to put it all, I think having a good space is so important for so many purposes. Whether it be simply for studying, journaling, or working, being able to have a place that you can recognize as a productive space will, from personal experience, help you distinguish between productivity and relaxation more easily, and will help you get better at reducing unwanted procrastination habits. Personally, I find that having a neat place to work helps me work and study more effectively, simply because I feel more put together. It's almost like tricking myself into thinking I'm organized and then manifesting those good habits in real life. Regardless of how big or small your desk may be, there's so much you can do to vamp it up and make it your own. My desk is in no way perfect, and I've had so many failed attempts at getting it to the place it is now, but with some tips and a little bit of effort, it has become my perfect workspace. Overall, my main tip for you is to recognize that a good desk equals a good headspace, and a good headspace equals good work. So here's a general overview of my desk. I got this one secondhand from Carousel, I believe, but originally it's an IKEA one. As you can very clearly see, I do own a lot of stationery and folders, partly because I love organization, and partly because school and classes in general require so much note-taking. This is where I primarily store all of my necessities when it comes to school. I have all of my favorite pens, pencils, markers, and highlighters, as well as my folders, washi tapes, and a bunch of miscellaneous stickers and note-taking memos that I use to bullet journal. I have a few of these old plastic containers where I store all of my washi tapes. Inside each of them, I put 2 to 3 rolls, and it just makes for a neater and more structured layout. Plus, I feel like if I were to store my washi tapes out of sight, I wouldn't end up using them as often, so this way, because they're right in my face, I can more easily see and use them and they don't go to waste. Next up, I have this pen organizer, where I store all of my mild liner highlighters. Again, storing them this way allows me to use them more frequently, and I just think that putting my most used stationery on my desk is a good way to ensure that I can easily find my note-taking necessities. One could say that these 3 organizers are the heart of my desk. In this one, I have all of my stickers, memos, post-its, and other items which I use for bullet journaling. In the next one, I have an incredibly odd and confusing amount of index cards, which, to be completely honest, I'm not sure when I got a hold of, but are quite useful. And in the last one, I have a really random roll of string, a whiteboard eraser, and the matching whiteboard marker. Of course, I also have another 2 washi tape holder dispenser things. These ones are more obvious, so I always put my most used and favorite washi tape rolls here. Occasionally, I'll mix and match them and create new color schemes when I'm bored. Here is where I store all of my general school folders and notes. I have 2 of these folder organizers from MUJI, which are not only visually fitting with the rest of my desk theme, but also provide enough space to fit quite a few folders in them. I usually just store all of my most frequently used folders here, as well as a few extra ones and miscellaneous documents. Lastly, here I have a small stack of extra stationery to write letters and stuff for pen paling. I've recently been trying to reduce my plastic usage, so if given the opportunity I would have opted for non-plastic alternatives, but now that I own them I intend to use these ones for as long as physically possible. Beneath all of the empty space in the middle of my desk, I have 2 drawers of, you guessed it, more stationery. A good proportion of this bundle of stuff is artsy materials, like my paints, journals, scissors, glue, more pens, and more stickers, of course. In the next drawer, I have an even larger assortment of random items. To the left is a pile of the rest of my school notebooks and stuff that I couldn't fit into other storage. Next to that, I have my calculators, a portable charger, some extra stationery, Polaroid film, clips, envelopes, and much more miscellaneous stuff. In my drawers, I don't actually have any proper dividers or storage bins that I use, so I just use the actual items to create sections and make it seem as though I have proper places for all of my stuff. Regardless, it seems to be working, so I'll continue doing this until it eventually fails me. And that concludes my desk tour. Right now, I think it's at a pretty good place, and it not only matches the aesthetic I have planned for my room, but is also a cozy space where I feel like I can work productively. Thank you for watching this video, and don't forget to leave a like. Much love, Hannah.